Hi everybody and welcome to another unboxing video. I'm Lee Gamer UK and this is probably by far my most expensive unboxing video to date, and it's the unboxing of the Samsung Odyssey OLED G9 49-inch super wide monitor. Now I've had my eye on these monitors for a while, so when I saw it come on offer on Amazon's Prime Big Deal a few weeks before Black Friday for the princely sum of £854.05, I knew I had to snap this up, so I pulled the trigger. The plan for this monitor is to replace my current center monitor in my triple setup, currently running with three LG 850GP 1440p monitors. We are hoping our 4080 is going to have enough horsepower to still run all three of these monitors in addition to the widescreen. So without further ado, let's dive in and get this bad boy opened up. So we do have quite thick heavy duty tape for this, so let's reach for our trusty Citadel scalpel and let's get this show on the road. It is pretty thick, this tape. I think we probably should have replaced our blade before embarking on this. It's struggling a little bit, and I'm always weary that I don't slice through something in the top of the box. But there we go. We are in. Right, breakthrough. Right, let's have a look inside, see what we've got. And there we go. We've opened it the right way up, which is always a bonus. Right, so let's have a look what we've got going from right to left. First of all, we've got a bag of cables and wires and a quick setup guide for the monitor. Next up, we've got the biggest power brick I've seen since the mid-noughties. I did have one similar to this size for a gaming laptop I had 20 years ago. But yeah, it's pretty big power brick there. Next up, we've got the monitor base. There's definitely a lot of weight and heft to this. Loving that brushed steel aluminium look, and always nice to have a thumb screw there so we don't need to mess around with screwdrivers. Next up, we've got the energy sheet, which no surprises there, it's a G. No wonder with that giant slab of a power brick. This right here is a Visa bracket adapter, so you need to put this on if you're going to go with an aftermarket monitor arm. It just clips into the central part of the monitor there. So if you are going with a third-party monitor arm, you will need that. We're not, and we're going to need this installation guide for the stand. All looks pretty straightforward. Put together with that nice little thumb screw. Does look like a two-man job to get the monitor out, but nothing too complicated. All looks pretty simple. Next up, we have got the monitor arm, I guess you'd call it, itself. Again, I'm already feeling quite a lot of weight, a lot of heft to this. It definitely feels well made, and I'm definitely liking the design and how it looks. Again, it looks like we've got some of that brushed steel aluminium. So that's pretty much everything from the box. So let's take this top layer off now and have a look underneath and just get our first quick glimpses of the back of the monitor. Everything looks pretty nice. Again, it looks like we've got some of that brushed steel aluminium effect that we'll have a close look later. So let's have a dive in and have a look at each individual part. So first up, we've got this Visa bracket stroke mount. So again, if you're going with your own monitor arm, you will need this. I believe it's going to have a couple of holes at the top there. That's going to clip in to that central circle on the main monitor and allow you to connect your third-party arms. We're not going to be doing that. We're going to be going with the included arm. I believe this bracket gives us a few functions. I think we've got rotation, tilt, and height adjustment. So it's not going to give us that sort of forwards and backwards range that a third-party gas-powered monitor arm might give us. And interestingly enough, we have bought a gas-powered arm that we're going to use on our side monitors, so look out for that unboxing video soon as well. So yeah, again, that brushed aluminium steel look, it feels great. Nice textured plastic on the front. All of that silver is pretty much metal, and the bracket itself the monitor clicks to is all metal. And it looks like we've got a little bit of cable management there at the bottom, a little rubber strap, so hopefully that's going to allow us to clip in our display port and our power cable to keep everything nice and neat and tidy and out of sight. So that's the arm. So next up, let's take a look at this monitor base. So again, really loving this brushed aluminium steel. We've got the G-Sync logo there etched into the bottom corner. Always nice to have G-Sync. I mean, pretty much all monitors have got G-Sync these days, but it's nice when it's being showed off and we've got the logo. Again, we've got that thumb screw there to aid in putting this all together, so should make an already simple job even easier. Which is always nice. I always like this colour stuff as well because it doesn't show the dust up. You know, dark stuff always seems to be a bit of a dust magnet. So, and talking about dark stuff and dust magnets, this thing will be an absolute dust magnet. So again, it's gigantic. The hope is we're going to sort of position this on the floor at the back of the compute desk out of the way. Got a bit of a strip on the side. It's going to be like a nice glossy piano black on the side, but yeah, it's gonna attract the dust like all black glossy finishes do. So we definitely do want that sort of hidden away, hopefully. Next up, we've got the bag of wires, and I believe we've also got a quick setup guide for the monitor itself. That's going to tell us all about our on-screen display and our little joystick and all of our ports and that sort of thing. We've also got some safety data sheets and some warranty information and stuff that I'm just not going to bother reading and will just be left in the box, I'm sure. I think it's only a 1-year standard warranty with Samsung, so nothing exotic. Next up, we've got I think this is a USB-A to USB-C adapter. I think we've got like a USB-C hub on the rear of the monitor. So I think this is just designed to give you an extra USB-A port if you need one. Next up, we've got an included display port adapter, which is always nice to see. We didn't get one included with their PSVR 2 PC adapter, so take note, Sony, Samsung include these sorts of cables, so it'd be great if you could in the future too. Next up, we've got a mini HDMI to HDMI cable, so we've got a mini HDMI port on the back of the monitor as well, which is nice. And last but not least, being in the UK, we have our 3-pronged plug, and that's pretty much everything in our bag of included cables, wires and manuals. So next step is to actually dive in and get this stand built. So first of all, we're going to grab that monitor base. Just move the box out of the way just to give us a bit of room. So we're going to get that monitor base set down first of all. and then we're going to grab the monitor arm, and then hopefully it's just going to slide over that little black mount that we can see there. And again, it should be pretty easy. I say pretty easy. It's there's a lot of weight here, so it's quite difficult to sort of get it lined up. Probably does need another person to hold the other side of the base, but yeah, there we go. We've got it. Don't want to cross thread this or anything. That'd be disaster. So let's just nip that up as tight as it will go. Just finger tight, and then get that folded over. And there we go. It is as simple as that. And again, it looks absolutely stunning. That black and silver brushed aluminium look definitely looks great. Right, so the next stage is going to be having a look at the back of this monitor and getting this monitor arm slotted in. So there we go, that's our first look. And again, yeah, that brushed aluminium, sorry to keep going on about it, but I really do like the look of that. And we've also got a power connector here. We've got the display port and HDMI ports here. We've got our USB-C hub here. And then last of all, we've got control for on-screen display. Center of the back, we've got our ambient lighting and clip for our monitor, and that's what we're going to dive in and do now. This is supposed to slide this flap up into the top, and then we're supposed to be able to lower it down, and we should hear a couple of clicks as it engages with the back. And there we go, that's all that all feels like it's in correctly. Feels pretty firm, so we should better move on to the next step of taking the monitor out of the packaging and get it set up on the desk. Now, I did say this was a two-man job, but I think it's going to be simple enough. We just got to rotate this box 90 degrees, get that base on the floor, and then the box should push away, allowing us to be able to lift this monitor up onto the desk. And there we are, guys, looking good. It's on the desk now. We do have a bit of wrap that we've got to take off, and there's actually a screen protector underneath this we've also got to peel off before we turn everything on. Right, let's get some of these cables plugged in. So first of all, we've got the DisplayPort cable. I do like they've gone with these paper cable ties. Definitely more environmentally friendly. Cables are pretty stiff, so we're probably going to have to work the kinks out of these. The 3-prong plug, much the same. We've got that paper cable tie. Again, that's nice to see. And again, let's get these kinks worked out to add a bit of flexibility back to the cable, and then onto the power brick. And interestingly, they've gone with a conventional metal cable tie on this, which is a bit odd. They went to the trouble of using those paper ones. It's a bit weird that they didn't do the same here. So first of all, let's plug in that plug into the power adapter, get that display port into the back of the monitor, followed by into the back of our 4080 in the PC, and then we can connect the other end of the power into the back of the monitor. So the next step is to remove that screen protector that has been put in place. This screen protector actually has given it quite a high gloss look to it, so I'm hoping that gets toned down once we've taken off this this screen protector. So I've definitely been looking forward to this bit, so let's dive in and get this screen protector taken off. Yeah, it's definitely looking a bit less glossy, so that's a good point. This is one of the downsides to curved. I had an LG C6 that was a curved display, and it really does catch the light. So they're not great if you've got lots of windows behind your workspace, but we should be okay. And there we go, screen protector removed. And there she is, guys, looking fantastic. Right, moment of truth. Now it's trying to get everything plugged in, starting with the plug in the power outlet. So let's get this switched on. That should give us a standby light on the monitor. Let's turn the PC on now via the PSU and the main switch, and hopefully all of our glorious LEDs will spring into light. Now let's turn the G9 on. This is the moment of truth. Big drum roll. Hopefully everything works. And there we go, guys. Samsung Odyssey OLED is on. Now we do look like it's on the HDMI input at the moment, so we are going to have to dive into the on-screen display and get that changed over to our display port. And there we go, we are presented with the Windows 10 home screen, and it looks absolutely gorgeous. So let's get a few backgrounds on there just to have a quick first look. So this is a 13:9 Galaxy. Video really doesn't do it justice. It looks absolutely stunning. Right, let's get something with a bit more vibrance, and again, video doesn't do it justice. It looks absolutely glorious. It really does look good. Right, so let's have a look at the aura light on the back. So let's get that switched on. I set it for red, which is what my current desk setup is. Looks really nice. And there's quite a few settings that you can change for this. So first of all, you've got the ability to cycle through different colours. I think there's quite a few you can cycle through. It is RGB, so we've got some nice blues and some nice purple, so you can set it to whatever mood you're in and whatever feels nice. It does actually also have Aura Sync, which allows it to sync with the colours on the screen. Right, let's dive in and have a look at some game footage, starting out with F1 23. So first impressions, I'm really feeling the immersion in this game. The sensor speed is absolutely mind-blowing. I mean, as I said before, I was running with three 1440p LG 850GP monitors, and although I've lost a little bit of screen real estate with this upgrade, not having those two bezels really makes a big difference. And for me, one of the big points is that I got to the point where I dreaded turning on my PC to play, because NVIDIA Surround would always lose its settings. And if you've ever used NVIDIA Surround, you know that you have to play around with the border bezel sizes. And for some reason, I mean, I've used triple screens for since 2016, and every time I would turn on the PC, it felt like I was having to reconfigure the bezels for NVIDIA Surround. So it does become a bit of a chore. You end up spending more time battling with getting the NVIDIA Surround working than you do actually playing any games. So, you know, this has been great diving in, and as I said, the speed and immersion is fantastic. Right, let's dive in to a different game, and we'll have a look at Need for Speed Hot Pursuit Remastered, which is another one of my all-time favourite games. So again, the immersion is absolutely incredible. I'm sure this video doesn't do it justice in any way, shape or form, but it definitely feels like I'm hurtling along at incredible speeds. And the graphics, I mean, in terms of vibrancy, I did set it to HDR, and I've done a bit of tweaking and tuning, so we are in game mode now. So when we were looking at the screensavers earlier, or the backgrounds rather, we were actually in eco mode, so everything has just got a massive uptick in vibrancy since activating that HDR. So now let's have a look at Warcraft, more of a lower, less frantic pace, and I really liked, in triples, I really like kicking back and just enjoying the environments in World of Warcraft, and yeah, it just feels really, really nice and smooth. We have set the settings to be giving us around 120 FPS. On the F1 game that we saw earlier, we did actually hit 240 FPS when we benchmarked it, so the 4080 does seem to be keeping pace. But I mean, Warcraft looks absolutely gorgeous. I really want to start a new character. I think that's what I'm going to end up doing. I might start a dwarf, maybe. Not really sure, but just flying towards Ironforge. This feels really nice. Yeah, I'm definitely going to start a new character. There's so much I haven't done in Warcraft, and it's going to be a real joy on this monitor. Oh, look at that! I mean, that feels so good. Yeah, I'm going to be starting a new character. I think might start it in classic maybe. But that is gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. So now over to Madden 24. Lovely shot of Empower Field at Mile High there. Matchup between the Bills and the Broncos. So these intro screens are looking really good. Really bright, vibrant and bright. HDRs are really working well. So there is quite a lot of immersion here as well. But you can sort of see that field of view at the edges of the screen when you're not actually playing the game. It does look a little bit odd, but gameplay feels really good, and you can see all the width of the field. But yeah, you do feel that FOV a little bit more. Probably have to look for some settings to see if that can be corrected, but I'd play this. I'm reasonably happy. I'm not really doing a very good job at defense, but yeah, I'm pretty pleased with how this looks. I'd play this. Definitely would play this. I might have to start a franchise once Madden 25 comes over to EA Play. Usually in the next week or so. I think they normally give you this the latest sports games sort of towards the end of the season. So with the Super Bowl coming up, we should get Madden 25 as well on the PC. So I might have a franchise there as well as on the PS5. Just might need to look out to see if the Madden community have got some of those FOV fixes. So there you are, guys. That's the unboxing and initial setup of the Samsung Odyssey OLED G9 49-inch super ultra-wide monitor. Very pleased with it. We've had a look at a few games to put the G9 through its paces. We got that HDR mode turned on. Everything started to give us a lot more vibrancy and pop once we changed from the eco mode. The 4 games that we've tried so far looks really good. I'm really looking forward to putting the monitor through its paces with all of my games. Now, do I think this monitor is worth the £854.05? I'd absolutely say yes. For that, you're getting a lot of bang for your buck. You're getting an OLED and a super ultra wide, but we've got a ways to go with testing this monitor yet, so we're going to do an update video in a few months once we've got to grips with everything. Now, if you like what you see and you want to buy your own Samsung Odyssey G9 OLED, I've popped a link down in the description to the product on Amazon. I can't promise it's going to be the same price that I paid for it, but if you can find this for under £1,000, I'd say it's worth snapping it up. Stay tuned for the update video that I'll do in a few months to give you an idea for how I've got on with it. But until then, thanks for watching, guys. Take it easy and bye for now. If you like my content, please remember to hit that subscribe button and click the bell. It'll keep you updated with all of my latest content and videos. Thanks so much again for watching, and I hope to see you again soon in the next video. Until then, take it easy and bye for now.